Look at you relaxing. Hello everyone. I was right. Yesterday I edited the video and then I came back outside and sure enough she had laid an egg. So she should lay her second tomorrow and then we can start the 18 days waiting for them to hatch. And I've seen these guys mating up even more. So really just a few more days and I'm sure we'll have some eggs down here. And then we'll have eggs in all of our boxes. But I thought today, whilst we're just waiting on the eggs to hatch and there's not much going on, I would go through, look at a few of the birds and answer one of the most common questions I get asked, which is, why am I not flying my pigeons? And you can sort of break that question into two parts. The first one is, why am I not flying these pigeons in particular? And the second part of the question might be, why am I not flying pigeons in general? And for these guys, the answer is easy. It's because these pigeons were not bred here and they are homed into different lofts. So if any of these pigeons get out, like we saw with my red cockbird a few months ago, if they get out of these boxes, they're gone. We'll never see them again. They will just try and fly back to an old house of mine. They'll probably get taken by a hawk because they've had no training or fitness. And if they do make it back to the old house, there's no loft there, so they won't have anywhere to stay. So even if they did make it and I managed to track them down, it'd still be difficult to catch them. And then the other part of the question, why am I not flying my young birds at the moment? I will be. The answer is I will be. For the past few years, I haven't lived in a place where I've had room to have a flying loft, so I have just had a few breeding boxes. But now that we're in the new house, I did have plans to put a loft in my backyard here, but there's actually, just on the other side of this fence, there's actually a big vacant yard. And I've spoken to the owner of that yard, and he was pretty receptive to the idea of us putting a loft in his vacant yard instead. And if we can do that, that'd be great. We can have a much bigger loft if we have the birds over there, and we will be able to fly them as often as we want. People do often ask if I will be racing the pigeons, and the answer to that is yes, I will be. And that includes the colour birds, they will be flying too. It won't be in this coming year, 2021. We just won't have time to get the loft set up and breed some birds in time for the racing season. But when 2022 comes, we'll be fully set up and we'll have a great team of birds to be able to tackle the racing there. And I'm really looking forward to that. I have raced pigeons in the past, but it has been a few years now since I've raced, so I am really looking forward to that. Now guys, that is today's update. I hope you enjoyed, I hope it makes sense. I hope you can understand why I do keep these birds in boxes, but why it is temporary, and you can rest assured knowing that we will be flying and racing these birds as soon as we can.